Alright guys, I'm going to be serious here. I'm going to be as brief as possible, but I got a lot to say on this. I am losing faith, if you will. Very rapid pace in this Patriot movement doing anything. Let me explain why. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what and all has been done. And aside from a revolution, you name it, it's been tried. Protest, petition, etc., etc., etc. And people keep on going after the things that aren't going to work for various reasons. Whether it's the Article 5 thing, Convention of States, all that kind of shit. You say, well, what's the problem with this, that, and the other? Well, the problem is, if you want to do a Convention of States and so on and so forth, the very political powers that are part of the treason and tyranny is who you are putting your faith into to make changes. It's not going to work. And besides that, every single state government in the end ends up cowering and bowing down to the federal government. Every time. They might come out and say, alright, we've passed a bill in the state of blah-da-da to nullify federal gun grab laws and so on and so forth. And you know what the federal government does? Says, that ain't happening. If we want to come in, we're going to come in and we're going to do what we're going to do. Now, what happens after that? The federal government leaves it alone and lets it sit. Okay, the state has this law in place. You know. And when the federal government decides to move in, they're going to move in, they're going to do what they're going to do. It doesn't matter what your fucking state does. When the federal government says, hey, state governor, state leadership, we are going to cut off all your federal funding. That's when the state government wets their pants, puts their tail between their legs, and says, yes sir, 3 bags full. Or just like the state of Texas. And I love the state of Texas. It's still the best state in the union. They voted 138-0, the Texas House, to get rid of the TSA out of airports and go back to private security. The federal government stepped in and says, we're going to declare a no-fly zone. We're going to do this, and we're going to do that. What did the state of Texas do? They cowered down, they wet their pants, and put their tail between their legs and said, yes sir, 3 bags full. And there is no exception. Every state that does that. They may have laws in place right now to resist the federal government, like gun grabs and whatnot. But I guarantee you, when the federal government decides to put the screws down, I promise you, as sure as you're living and breathing and watching my video, that they will cower down and say, yes sir, do what you want. But let's go out on a limb here. Let's go out on a limb and say They actually say, no, we resist. Take your federal funding with you. The federal government's going to come and pretty much wage war on that state. And they're going to do something horrendous. A mass Waco, Ruby Ridge, whatever. All those other states around that are thinking, you know, yeah, we got your back, they're going to start having their second thoughts. It's like, wait a minute, these fuckers are serious. And the federal government wouldn't be opposed to putting a strategic fucking EMP or nuke in whatever state actually decides to resist. And everybody else is going to fucking crumble, and in the end, that state government's going to crumble. Bow down and say, yes sir, yes sir. It'll happen. Sure as shit it'll happen. If there is any state government with the stones to resist to that point. Now, so you can have your Article 5, you can have your Convention of States, you can try all that shit. People are trying, and they've been trying for years, and still none of it has come to fruition, because it ain't going to. And they're going to keep on trying and keep on trying until it's too late. When the reality of it is this: the only singular way, there's only one way that we will restore this constitutional republic, we will regain our freedoms and liberties. And that is if you and me and the rest stand up and take it back. Period. That's it. That is the only way it's going to happen. Everything else is smoke and mirrors and horseshit. It is. It's not going to work. It's a distraction. It's a ruse. It's to keep you occupied. It's to make you think it's going to fucking work. It's to make you fucking believe in it and fucking keep going with it until it's too late to fucking actually do something about it. That's what it is. And let me tell you why this ain't going to happen. Let me tell you why we are not going to rise as we the people and actually take it back. Because you got too many cowards, plants, and pacifists who are apathetic and still conditioned, even though they're awake. They will come out, they will demonize any movement, they will try to find a way to make it look like a psyops or co-opted, or they will actually fucking do what they will do whatever they fucking can, and they will divide the people. They will divide the people. Oh, well, and it's never fucking evidence. No fucking evidence. All the people we got awake and aware, even on the other side of the tracks, you don't see a shred of solid evidence. Oh, this person's a plant, that person's a plant, this person's a Fed, that person's a Fed. Well, why? Well, why? Where's your evidence? Well, because this, and this happened. Really? Really? Where's your fucking evidence? Can't produce one single shred. You take this and you take that. You take this and you take that and you take this and you put it together so it fits in your mind, and you project it out to everybody else and say, this is how it fits, this is why it is, without one single shred of evidence. This is why it won't work. And then there's those that are like, oh, it's not going to work. And when it boils down to it, it's because they're not in charge of it. Or just like when I went and started the water off to Texas, they're like, well, what qualifies you to do that? Oh, you got other than honorable discharge? How are you qualified to lead anything? Motherfucker, because I'm the one standing up and you're sitting on your ass running your fucking mouth. That's why. You can do it. You can do a better job. get up off your ass, quit making excuses, and fucking do it. Or shut the fuck up. See, I'm over 10 minutes now. Told you I got a lot to say about this. There will always be fakes, plants, moles, chest thumpers, and people who have nothing better to do than to divide this movement. That is why. Because people listen to them, people have prejudice for whatever fucking reason. They won't unify. They won't fucking unify. And they'll find every excuse and every reason not to have the real patriotism, intestinal fortitude, and wherewithal of our founding fathers and take back what is ours. Look at it. Look at it. Scroll through social media. Scroll through Twitter. Scroll through YouTube. Scroll through it all. And you will see that everything that I tell you is fucking fact. Excuse the F-bombs. Chris, why do you get discouraged? Everything I just fucking said. Everything I just said. And it all resonates as true. Because this guy who has 5,000 people following him ain't got the balls, courage, or intestinal fortitude to stand up, will find any reason, any excuse to say no, or stand down, or this, or that. And demonize somebody that actually wants to rise up and take back our freedoms and liberties. And then there's the famous, oh, now is not the time. Now is not the time. Now's not the time because you don't have the courage. You don't have the intestinal fortitude. You don't have the wherewithal and real patriotism of our founding fathers. That's why you say now is not the time. The time has been for a long time. Don't give me now is not the time bullshit. You're a liar. You're scared. Whatever reason. You're apathetic or you're conditioned. Whatever the reason is, there's a reason why people make that statement. Because that statement is not true. It has been time. It is past time. Way past time. And no matter how many people say the exact same thing I'm saying, no matter how many people view this video, there will always be an excuse, there will always be a reason, there will always be a demonization of what I have to say when I am sitting there telling you the hardcore truth about the matter. That's why I'm not counting on anything. Anything.